I'm too salty for my love, too salty for my love, love's going to leave me. I'm too salty for my shirt. Too salty for my shirt, so salty it hurts. I'm too salty for Milan, too salty for Milan, New York and Japan. I'm too salty for your party, too salty for your party, the way I'm disco dancing. I'm on a podcast, you know what I mean. I'm gonna rant my little way on the podcast. I'm on a podcast, you know what I mean. I'm gonna rant my little way on this podcast.
And hello everyone, welcome to episode 1 of the Several Salty Gentlemen podcast on a wet and drizzly
January 8th. You guys looked outside? It's terrible outside right now.
I'm just glad it's not like raining ice like it was a few weeks ago where it was just
terrible.
I'll take it over snow. Like, honestly, we had a few blizzards a while back, and then are we really starting off a podcast talking about the weather?
Yes.
Hardcore,
we are.
hardcore small talk. Let's do this.
All right. Anyway, my name is TK Hood, and as always, I am joined by my co-host Evan Wiseman.
Hi, I'm the proud voicer of that wonderful rendition of "I'm Too Salty" for my shirt.
You're really taking credit for that?
I'm taking a lot of credit for that, only because if I'm going to be miserable, I'm going to freaking flaunt it, the fact that you guys are making fun of me. I'm going to
I
take
just
that
can't
one
wait
out
for
of the
next
sales.
week when we make Brad do one.
I'm waiting for
That's
that
not
too.
going to work out as well as you hope. I can promise you that much.
Oh, I disagree.
And co-host number 2, Brad Snurka.
Yep, and yeah, I guess I'm singing next week, which is...
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
It's
Okay.
going to be amazing.
All right, cool.
I'm going to try to put off singing as long as possible.
No, because
You're just going to use the excuse that you're mixing them and be like, oh, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm doing all the work on
Yeah.
2 weeks later, I mean,
We're using
that's
my
yours.
room, so yeah.
Yeah, fair.
I'm thinking I'm salty Miss Jackson.
Actually, I could go, I will rock that.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Bleep that if it's copyright.
So yeah, here's the Several Salty Gentlemen podcast. We are, of course, all very salty gentlemen, where we talk about idiots for an hour, and you listen. Because what's funnier than a group of idiots?
Explaining how dumb people can be.
Oh, we're the idiots?
Well,
Shit.
in
all
the
right.
end of things.
So sweet. All right, well, then I guess we'll just head it right off.
Yeah, what's our first idiot this week?
Well, I was reading a while back on this internet site that kind of inspired a little bit of this was the Dumbass Daily. Now, we're not sponsored by them or whatever, but they do have one that was on their front page a while back about a gentleman named Christopher Masters in Vero Beach, Florida. Was arrested for shoplifting a while back.
And what did he shoplift?
He shoplifted a butt plug.
I mean, shoplifting is bad enough, but you oh.
Well, no. See, the best part is when he ended up when he got caught and he confessed to the crime. They got him, enough evidence against him, but the police department asked him essentially why he did it, and the motive was he was too embarrassed to be seen buying a butt plug.
And it wasn't even expensive, though. $30.
No, he had the money to pay for it.
It wasn't
later in the
expensive.
interview.
How much do you pay for your butt plugs?
Okay, $30 in terms of sex toys, I feel, is not that bad.
Jesus Christ, that's insane.
So since you two gentlemen are obviously experts in the world of butt plugs...
No, but it's like
It's something that does so little. Not being a man who's ever used a butt plug, I don't really know how,
awesome they are, but it's $30.
Well, here's my thing.
What is making that worth $30?
Is if you're going into...
Does it speak back to me?
I think I don't know that I'd be dissing the price. I think my issue is you're just backing up the shoplifter here about how I wouldn't pay that much.
Well, I'm pretty sure he shoplifted because it says there's something quoted on this that he said that he shoplifted because he didn't want to be seen buying the butt plug, and it kind of bit him in his own butt.
He was too embarrassed.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I promised myself I wouldn't break that out till the second episode, and we just did it.
Yep.
God damn it.
But because now his face is on the internet
Well, yeah, if you
Saying
see this
he
guy's
has-
picture, like
It looks like he's inserted the butt plug.
he's in his mugshot. He's currently using the butt plug.
Well,
It doesn't look like he enjoys it either. He's
no,
like,
not really. But that's just my favorite part about the whole thing is the fact that you go to a sex shop and you get 1 or 2 people in there. And we, having recently visited a shop for something we'll touch on later, I'm sure. Touch. Get it? Touch?
No, goddamn.
Sorry, I'm done. I'm actually putting this away. Okay, but
Lies, it's gonna come out later.
oh, maybe. But it's 1 or 2 awkward people like in the room, and they've obviously been like seen everything, but you feel really awkward in the whole situation, especially when it's like a grown like human being, like not late teens, 18, 19,
It's like this
early
40-year-old
20s.
woman
If it's like
who
a
you
40,
know has a family and kids.
yeah, you can't do that. Like I want like questionable porn star
A
in there.
family
because-
of sex toys. You put away the button.
Yeah, I should go, damn it, go away. But it's just the fact that he could have just been seen by 2 people maybe who would not say anything because they've been in a sex shop and they know
Right,
like,
they've
seen
dealt
that
with
constantly.
that day to day. That's
But
their job.
This guy is now on police records, the local like patch website that town has.
Goes to a job interview.
You know it's on like Funny Junk. It's now on your police record. I don't know if it like you have to list what you say.
No,
like,
most
you
of the
can-
time in job interviews, the ones I've done at least, like it's like, have you ever been convicted of a felony or
Oh,
whatever?
yeah, but
you
I
say
don't think-
shoplifting.
I just had to submit
Sometimes
a background
they
check
can-
for my current job.
Sometimes they can ask you during the interview, like, "Oh, what'd you do?"
I don't know that they're legally allowed to like.
They might not.
legally
You might be
that
able to
can-
tell them.
No,
no.
no.
But,
you are.
but the
Oh, really?
background,
Yeah.
no. Regardless of like you being part of a, if you did the job, like would you, have to submit like a background check or police report or whatever. I don't know that in the police report it specifically will. Or I'm sorry, I don't know if you have to specifically say that you were arrested shoplifting a butt plug, but in the background check, I bet
Yeah,
you
no,
100%
it'll pop
that
up,
that
yeah.
is in there. So if he tries to get any government job or whatever, you can get a job as like a teacher or something, but that's gonna pop up. And you're screwed.
Why did you go to teacher?
Because I wanted to name something that wasn't like that was like bad.
All right,
that
all right.
you
If
have
you're a
butt plug or-
superintendent and you're interviewing people for a teaching job,
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
you're gonna pick the
doing, like,
dude who shoplifted a butt plug.
Yeah, background
Well,
check this
but I'm
guy.
just- if it just says shoplifting, it's not going to be an issue. But
he's
just
from
because
Florida.
it's shoplifting a butt plug, now you have an issue.
he did good in high school.
Yeah.
but he's shoplifted a butt plug.
I'm telling you. Well, no one that shoplifted a butt plug is a 36 on the
think that'd be a
ACT.
hard
I can
pass.
tell you that right now. Or
think that'd be a hard
what's the
pass.
score on the SAT? I don't know the SAT for East Coast listeners or what have you.
I'd still $30.
I think
Hold
you're
on, what is that?
All right.
Hold on, I'm looking this up right now.
It's literally just a rubber like plug.
I don't
Hold
know
on.
that you want butt plug on your laptop.
I'm in incognito. Ooh, there's a safety guide. There's info.
Safety guide.
Hold on, I'm
No,
gonna
there's
look this
definitely
up.
dumb people who use butt plugs though, because
Oh,
they
I'm
like
sure.
put them in, then suddenly you have to go get them surgically removed.
Yeah, that was on Reddit 50/50 a while back.
like if you're a
was-
dumbass,
was
you're
like
gonna use a butt plug wrong, and
Wow, there's
was
some
like-
good deals on Adam
once
and Eve
again,
right now.
everybody's gonna know.
Yeah, it was
about
like
your butt plug.
There was like
use.
a GIF of like a while back of like some like the surgical procedure for like taking something out of someone's ass.
You go on weird ass websites.
No,
man.
it's 50/50. It's 50/50.
All right, can I just please ask who gets to name these?
Oh God,
Why
are they?
How can I? We have the Booty Boot Camp Training Kit. The Crystal Jellies Anal Starter.
Oh,
That's
Ooh, Bumpy Bubbles.
that's a nice one.
Assgasm.
the starter
Assgasm.
kit.
It's
Let's
shaped
go.
like a pig's tail.
I didn't know they had pigs' tails.
Easy pull out
Man, these are expensive.
because you can just
This
twist
one's
it.
$50.
That one looks
I
like
told
a,
you $30 isn't crazy.
That's like a ninja like dagger. Go up one more. It's got one of those, you know the what are they called, like the knives with like the little ring on the bottom. It's always got the tape. It's like
Shuriken? No, not
yeah,
shuriken.
no, something like that. Yeah, it looks like a
I don't know.
looks like a shuriken.
Jesus.
Something. It's called the something forbidden butt plug.
Oh, it's the 50 Shades of Grey
That's
one.
that's
I
definitely
was just going to ask, when are they going to start using
Making-
that to
yeah.
sew? But that was instant.
No, I'm pretty sure they started doing that before the movie was released,
I'm
like
sure.
after the book was.
Yeah,
because the book had such a huge following.
how. See, I never actually read that book of how like.
I've read it in Spanish.
I avoided it.
Oh,
Why?
jeez.
Because every
Please,
time
that
I go
wasn't
into
it.
a bookstore
Okay.
and they have it, the old person, 20 size font print,
Oh, yeah.
there's always one in Spanish, and I open it up, and I, read a passage.
A passage in the
and
Bible.
I really don't, know what it says, but I know like, I don't know Spanish
You can
that
get
well.
words, yeah.
But when I don't know what the word means at all, I know it's something dirty.
See,
Probably.
how well do you speak Spanish, though?
I mean, I took like 12 years, but I'm not fluent.
Okay.
Well, geez.
Here's my issue is, well, you could be reading that and it's talking about walking the dog, and you're like, oh, getting steamy.
I don't care. I really don't know what
I'll
it says.
check off the walking the dog.
Oh god.
That's what I just caught you saying. I'm putting words-
50 sombras de Grey. There you go.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm on
Did you
Amazon
say
right now.
was that walking the dog there?
No, that was
No,
50
that's
Shades of
50
Grey.
Shades
in
of
Spanish.
Oh, okay.
Walking
See,
the
I
dog.
took French, so I don't
Freaking gringo.
Okay. Okay.
Is there a way to see a passage here?
You're looking up 50 Shades
I,
of Grey
I,
in Spanish.
I think we're gonna save this for another time.
Oh, I'll find it. I'll pull it back up later if I find it. Ooh, wait, hold on. What's the listen thing? Well, I'm actually going to turn up my volume for
This
this.
might be it.
Oh god.
lo que sea. Será una excelente periodista.
Oye,
Sabe
papi.
expresarse y discutir. Es fuerte, convincente y
Ooh,
guapa.
fuerte.
Y es mi
It's
mejor
got
amiga.
spicy.
Apenas hay tráfico
Oh, no
cuando
bueno.
salgo de Vancouver,
No
Washington,
bueno.
en dirección
What's
a la
that mean again?
Interestatal
No me
5.
gusta.
Es temprano y no tengo que estar en Seattle hasta las 2 del mediodía.
Okay.
Por
Now it's
suerte.
just talking
It's reading.
about
It's not. I don't even think it's
days.
reading the story. I think it's just reading like listing people's names and.
Whatever.
Well,
It
sex
was Spanish.
positions.
It sounds...
All right. Well,
Arousing.
if you're listening to
It's
the
a free audio
first
book.
ever episode and speak Spanish, if you really want to, you can tell us what that means in like the comment section. Do we have a comment section?
We have an email.
We're gonna have
All right.
a contact on the
Email
website.
us.
Yeah.
Email us your most
There'll be a way to
spicy
get in talk. Get in contact.
Spanish paragraph, and then you reading it if you speak Spanish.
What? Oh god.
Yeah, and we'll play those on the next one.
And
That'll
I
be
got,
the
that
intro.
can be the intro. Yeah, we'll put it to
Yeah.
music and we'll have some fun.
All right.
So everybody knows about Malaysian Airlines and how they
Nice segue.
basically lost.
Nice.
You
just
didn't- it was
segue.
What, did
fine.
you want to
didn't
be
have
like?
say anything about it.
Like that's not better. But
right.
so everybody knows about them. You know, they lost the airplane and then they weren't.
They've lost multiple airplanes.
yeah, they've lost two now.
Well-
and then they had one.
They're like
wasn't-
the kid that has way too many toys and a really trashed bedroom, and then like eventually, like
just-
a
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
theoretical dad is going to step on the airplane
Yeah,
and
yeah.
find one, but they just keep dropping them under the bed.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And that
I
dad
agree.
is going to be in pain. Have you ever
And-
stepped on a toy airplane?
So
Jesus Christ!
Dad breaks your toy
like a Lego.
airplane, and another one gets shot by
yeah, didn't
either
they get one
Ukraine
shot
or
down
Russia.
by the Ukrainians?
Yeah, a bunch of people died.
Yeah, I knew about that one.
Too soon?
No,
soon?
well,
I don't know.
it's news.
Anyway, Malaysia Airlines has been obviously plagued with a lot of problems, and a while back, more specifically the 27th of December, which is a little while ago, but as someone who's been like obsessed with airplanes and actually does like the 24/7 flight monitoring and stuff like that, I did enjoy what popped
when?
up is when... No, I always have. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not bringing that out at like parties. This is an interesting fact about myself. Yeah, tell me the next time they talk about this.
No, like, honestly, of all the time I've known you, I've literally never heard you speak about this weird
why am I gonna-
airplane
why am I gonna
enthusiast
bring
thing
that up?
as you monitor 24/7.
Walk into my house.
Do you have like a monitor that
US Air
literally
Force.
just says like
No.
like that has airplanes that you're
No,
just
but we
watching at all
did
times?
have that for a cruise company once, like for all the Royal Caribbean ones. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
it's interesting to watch. But
Yeah, it's kinda
I
fun.
want to call myself
And
an
guess what?
enthusiast.
Guess what? You find stuff like this where Malaysia Airlines plane flies the wrong direction from New Zealand, trying to get to Kuala Lumpur, ended up going south. Now, if you aren't very good at geography, one,
The only thing south of
You're-
New Zealand is the South Pole.
yeah, you're about to end up on our show. Two, yeah, the only thing south is the South Pole. So now you've got an issue of how do you go the wrong direction? How do you go the wrong direction? How are you a pilot and you end up going the wrong direction?
They have literally thousands of required hours to learn how to fly, and like you should get direction at least.
Now, there's a little bit of a like, a few people are going to be like, okay, well, there are a few arguments that are in the comment sections about how, like, there's a flight plan out of New Zealand that's fairly common whenever there's a storm in that strait between New Zealand and Australia. You know, you can go south a little bit and then curve back up around to avoid the storms and the heavy, ocean winds or whatever. But this guy flew, I had it up here recently, just so far south, about like 8 minutes extra of flying south that led to like, I don't have the number of mileage, but here's the issue is if he wasn't like paying, he ended up catching the mistake and fixing it, but if he did not catch that, if he just typed in the autopilot without even thinking, he would have a very bad time, not to mention wasting about an extra like hour of flight time. So now picture
They
him,
would have gone over Sydney.
picture
Sydney's
him,
beautiful.
Yeah, okay, but you're
Setting
up in
up-
the air. You're not going to be like flying low passes over Sydney.
I don't know. The guy went the wrong way. We don't know what altitude he was
I'm
going.
fair enough.
He could have been coasting over the dirt for 3 hours.
My issue is he probably set up the autopilot and just didn't think much about it, and then like I really, really wish that like he just went to the bathroom and
Yeah,
it's,
just
like,
came back in.
and
Comes
just
back,
looks out the
just
window. It's like,
shit, we're over water now?
well, they're going to be over water no matter
there's a
what.
lot of
But good
water
try.
between
It's New Zealand's an
Australia.
island.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Good try. It's an island flying to another island.
Yeah. That one.
But it'd just be like, what's in the South Pole? Are there animals or like puffins and stuff? Like, I don't know what's in the South Pole. I'm
Animals
sorry.
and puffins. Puffins get their own category.
I don't know. I was thinking of like bird. I was gonna be like, well, what if he like runs into something? And I'm like, yeah, he probably isn't gonna make contact with any like penguins, considering penguins don't fly. But
I mean, this is just going to add to Malaysia Airlines, and like I was in Ireland over the summer, and I saw
it was a big shot in Ireland over the summer.
yeah. Okay. And I saw a Malaysian Airlines like check-in desk, and it was the dead quiet. Like it was the only one in that airport that was dead quiet, and they had like all these nice people, and they were just standing around waiting. And I could only think like, you guys all know that the company is gonna like crash, right? Because nobody's like, who would honestly want to fly? I wouldn't want to go fly on a Malaysian Airlines airplane because
Actually,
they've
thinking
gotten
about
shot
if
down.
he did go south,
He would have been in Antarctica, and there are penguins there.
Yeah, there are.
there are penguins.
Did you
Okay,
remind
just-
me?
Did you just
So
look
sorry.
that up?
yes.
cool Antarctica.com. Yeah, cool, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean, this
I'd
is
rather
just
see
gonna add to
penguins
it.
in Kuala Lumpur. Just saying. That's me. I don't know.
I would have no clue what would be in Kuala Lumpur.
it's the capital of Malaysia, right? So Malaysia Airlines flying to. Hang on, wait,
To the homeland.
to the homeland of Malaysia, and the dude
In
went
the
the
wrong
wrong
direction.
way. I could, no matter where you put me on this planet, I could tell you the vague direction of Chicago.
Dude, there's elephant seals in Antarctica.
That's important, let me tell
Sorry.
you.
So obviously he's just trying to get his blubber on. All right.
And the passengers weren't. It says here the passengers weren't even aware of the fact that they had been going the wrong way because
It's just water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
the,
gonna
well,
say,
the
so-
traffic control though, they were like talking to the pilot the whole time, trying to figure out what the hell was going on. But there were no safety concerns. Don't worry.
Well, hopefully not. Hopefully it's not like.
But they still sent an internal safety team investigating it.
Well, I would too if you flew the wrong direction.
Well, I bet
gotta-
bet the pilot's not going to be flying anymore with that company, if at all.
I don't know about
Gets
that.
his license revoked.
I'm sure he'll get like a stamp, but he didn't crash the plane. He didn't do anything stupid. And also, isn't it like part of the air traffic controllers? Tell me, stop me if I'm wrong. But
No, it's their job. To
yeah,
like-
the air traffic controller has to check the flight plan. So if the flight plan looks south, like that's what I want to know. Is if the flight plan was
Yeah, if they
supposed to
sent him a messed up flight plan.
Yeah.
Or like if the autopilot somehow got
So I
a
wonder-
wrong one. or
Someone
whatever.
hacked into the Google Doc.
That's how it went. You're right. 100%.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. I'm sure all pilots use Google Doc.
What? That? Oh, okay. Yes, you're right.
You think an airplane's cheaper than a butt plug?
Well, there are a bunch. Here, let's do like the bonus daily side story. Speaking of Malaysia, isn't at the Kuala Lumpur airport, if I'm correct? They just left. There's just a foreign, like, 747s that are all cleaned out and, like, scrapped for parts, and no one has no idea what they're there for.
When the first airplane, the Malaysian Airlines airplane got lost, there was a Craigslist posting. What? There was a Craigslist posting for it was over in like Taiwan or something like that, and the Craigslist posting said like brand new airplane for sale with all like passengers on. Like it just oh god, it was
That's
so funny
cool.
that I saw that.
Did you Google airplane butt plug?
I thought maybe there'd be one shaped like an airplane. I wanted to see how much it cost.
It doesn't
It's
work.
still bewildering me that it was $30.
It doesn't work like
but you
that.
found $50 Askgasmic ones. Come on.
It's got wings.
Are we
Please make
past
a
that?
band and have that be the name.
We are Askgasmic here to make you party hard.
Oh god.
As a German, I take offense to that.
You take offense to a lot of things. You're our in-house racist here.
I was gonna say
You were only like being
I don't
super
know why-
racist off
I don't
air
know
like
why
15 minutes
I
ago.
wasn't. It wasn't.
No, it was pretty bad.
No, I
Yes.
didn't. I wasn't anti anybody. I made a pro-white statement, maybe. It's a Dan Cummins reference. Look, sports team dominates year after year, and it's considered a dynasty.
Yeah,
the white man's
yeah,
been
yeah.
dominating the game since. I can't show a little team spirit.
Is this your pro-white
No, it's Dan Cummins. I say go Google him. He is his dry comedy. It's very dark. It's hilarious stuff. Sponsor us. But
Please. Why is one man going to sponsor a podcast
I
with
don't
three
know.
douchebags sitting in front of a microphone?
that could be him. I mean, we don't know that. You ever thought about just like not?
Yeah, next
saying-
time
'cause
I
you just
turn
hit
off
the
the
mic.
sleep mode. Yeah, I know I did.
God damn it!
We've actually been overmodulating this entire time.
That's
so
fine.
I almost want to stop and have us restart. But like,
We can fix that.
if it's, we'll determine if it's too buzzy. We'll play it back, then get pissed off, and then do another half hour.
We can also like cut.
because we are just that dedicated.
I'm alright with that. I got nothing.
And if this works, this is really awkward because we're not cutting this out.
Yes, we are.
No.
Yes, we are.
No, this is live. Damn it.
All right, segue. So St. Charles. There were
people don't know where that is. We just
St. Charles is like the 4th or 5th biggest city in Illinois.
that is a damn lie.
Oh.
Is it- no,
No, it is. No, it is under
you
top
are
10.
wrong.
You look that up right now, and
Okay,
I
no,
deleted
you-
the article.
All right, so I'm going to tell you about
now
the
you
article.
look
No,
at
I got it.
up
I got it.
because
I got
we
it.
both
Hold
had
on.
the article
Hold on.
up.
I got it. It was up.
Go.
Touchscreen laptop. Tapped it. Loading.
Go.
Waiting for those internet speeds.
Okay, so
No, we got it. All right. So these three teenagers, not much unlike ourselves, decided
except these
on
ones are
December.
dipshits.
Something
Well,
around that, yeah.
We're pretty much dipshits too. Have you been listening to the past 20 minutes?
Yeah, okay.
Jesus.
So let's see. This was December 22nd of 2015. So like a couple weeks ago. Three teenagers, all over the age of 18. I'm not going to say their names because who cares?
doesn't
Decided that they were going to go out and rob somewhere. Now, well, you guys read the article, so I'm not going to ask you to guess. But, I mean, the place they decided to rob was a public pool.
Keep in mind, this is
Keep in mind,
December
this is
22nd.
December 22nd.
They're 9th behind Elgin.
Back off. Okay.
December 22nd in Illinois. Now, I don't know if, like, people don't understand the Illinois weather
I mean, you go to
and
Florida
climate.
and the winter is like 40. Like 40 or 50 in Florida.
People don't- people-
there's warm
it's
winters.
cold.
It exists.
There's no pool time.
That
We'll put
place
it
is
that
not
way.
here.
Think of the
Yeah.
Chicago stereotype, because that's still us. We're still Chicagoland area.
Makes
Barely.
you nip.
Anyway,
We're like the
yeah,
last of them.
it's very nippy. It's the
Nippy.
nippiest weather you can think of.
pretty
45
bad.
degrees Fahrenheit.
That's today.
Around that. No, it still could have been around there. Continue.
Anyway,
Back to
so it's
the
a public
weather.
pool in December. The place isn't open, but I guess they decided that they were going to try to like open up the cash register and take as much as they could. And they failed.
How much would even be in there?
Yeah, I don't know how much would be.
I
in the
bet they
cash
don't
register.
keep money on hand.
Probably
during
not
off-season.
during-
That would make sense. Like,
I am baffled already. But what happened next was even worse. They couldn't open up the cash register because apparently none of them brought a screwdriver.
they're
there's-
just not
Well,
smart.
they
They're not bright.
did. They did bring a crowbar. Don't worry.
Oh yeah,
And
there
they
is
couldn't-
video online.
They couldn't pry open a bolt cash register, which isn't that bad. But my favorite part of it all is the fact that they just kind of like lose their shit after a while.
Yeah, they just flip out and start trashing the place. And I don't understand, like, I don't get it. Okay, the guy does have this cool ninja move when he breaks into the window, though.
Are you
He
watching?
totally, like, jumps over the cash register and, like, vaults it in a black hoodie. Because nothing's more, like, stereotypical than the black hoodie.
It's never like
They're walking around, they don't even know what they're looking for.
No,
they
they-
seriously caused, like, after they got done getting
Yeah, it was
pissed
quoted
off
at what,
cast,
$38,000?
$32,000.
$32,000 of damage.
they destroyed the lighting detection system, and that was $8,000 itself.
Yeah, they just got pissed at the place.
Well, they're actually currently being in connection with like some places in the next town over of like apparently like stealing money
Oh,
from a
yeah,
baseball
yeah.
like field. It's still winter. Baseball, not.
Yeah, these guys, Jesus.
They're not very smart, but like that's alleged. I can't say that there's an investigation they might be connected to. It might be, although with their current streak, they decided to run a pool, try to rob a pool in the middle of winter.
I don't understand how they couldn't get it open.
baseball
The
field.
cash register was literally half open, half of this
it's
video.
just a metal box, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I-
not like it's some next gen
But
technology.
this one guy, like later on the video, I don't know if you guys want to skip to it or not. This guy, like, literally just gets a box full of like, I think they're, I don't want to say postcards or like you know, tiny little, what are they called, note cards, and he just throws them at his friend.
Pissed off and throw some index cards.
They're
around.
on his friend like the whole time, and then he like gets the cash register slammed on his foot. Like, they have no idea what they're doing. Fingerprints on everything. They're not even covering their faces. This one guy, there's a third guy in the group, which I feel really, really bad for. Because the third guy...
This kid just opens up a drawer, and he's like, oh, look at these note cards. Fuck your note cards. And he just, like, throws them all around.
But my favorite part is there's... It's even later in the video near the end is the third guy who got charged with all this, and he's identified because of the video, pokes his head in for a second into the window, just enough for you to make out his face, and then
He probably would have been fine without doing
pulls
that.
back in.
Right.
If he didn't poke his head in and say something, they would have had such a harder time unless his friends ran him out, which I'm sure actually then did happen
they
later.
would have done that. Yeah.
But the fact that he just looks in, just pokes his head in once, says one thing, looks, pokes out, and that's it. Gets caught because of that. Now he's facing $32,000 in fines and
Class 2 felonies.
Yeah,
Felonies.
Felonies.
Kids are 18.
They broke doors, windows, computer monitors, printers, and then they also went to the concession area and destroyed the fridges. Like, why the fuck would you do that? There's nothing in them.
Couldn't get the fridges opened either.
They're so dumb. What the hell? They carved their name into the walls, and they discharged the fire extinguisher. How? Okay. This fire
know how to
extinguisher.
live.
Fuck this fire extinguisher.
This is Project X with 3 guys. Like, all 3 of the nerds that didn't actually throw the party just had Project X on themselves.
They don't look like smart guys, but
I like this guy's hat, though.
got a dope hat.
It's a nice
Do you
hat.
think he's going to be using his hat in prison?
Probably not.
Would it be really insensitive to, like, go to his house and just say, hey, can I have his hat?
We know where he lives. They listed everything, all the information online. I'm not telling you where, but it's all...
Well, I'll be linking all of these articles.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay. All right, well...
It's on the internet. It's
I wouldn't...
out there.
Don't go harass them.
I don't think we need to be said.
No,
They even went after concession stands
We probably-
earlier in October.
we probably... Well, no, allegedly in Wasco.
No,
That's
no, no, no,
allegedly.
no.
They
No,
haven't been
down
caught for
here.
that.
It doesn't say allegedly.
You're kidding.
It's
no, they're
the
being,
chief
yeah,
police
they're being
officer.
linked to... They're being investigated
Connected,
by Campus
yeah.
Hills, yeah. All right, so they've
so-
successfully pissed off 3 towns, 3 of them being pretty, like, how you say it? No, there's zero crime in any of these towns. And not to mention, population, very well-to-do. Jenny McCarthy lives in that town along with Donnie Wahlberg. Fun fact, they got married there.
Reagan Donnie Wahlberg is well-to-do.
He is.
Boston drug-dealing son of a bitch.
He's...
When was the last time Donnie Wahlberg did anything?
Well, he had his own TV show with Jenny McCarthy. And they got married in the Baker Hotel, which is literally across the street from my favorite froyo place. In St. Charles. I'm telling you. Anyway,
It's sentence.
the niece and nephew Alec Baldwin live in there. I think
Really?
it's the niece and nephew live in St. Charles. He's there all the time. He was in at a movie theater in North Aurora, and everyone was like, "Hey, like cool."
When was the last time Alec Baldwin did anything either?
SNL, 30 Rock. All right.
Maybe he did anything funny.
All right, so wait.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Robbing a place, a pool in the middle of winter. Where else could we get more money if we were to do it?
All right.
Where else could we get less money? Let's go that
sex
route. That would be
shop.
harder.
Yeah, probably
Full
rob
of
a section.
$30 butt plugs.
Yeah, because they're
Just
apparently
go
resale.
steal some butt plugs.
I will resell them for $20.
You have to make the face the guy made.
Well, no.
in your picture.
The only issue is if you're stealing all those butt plugs, how do you get them out?
Get them out of what? Out of him or out of the packaging?
That was the point. Is how do you
we
sneak
can
them
use
out?
lube either way.
No, we just steal more lube.
Just gonna make a
Always use
slippery
lube.
package.
Don't tell me about your slippery package.
Okay.
No, let's please talk more about the slippery package. All right,
God.
I'm gonna throw in a bonus story here that I just
throw you a bone.
because I had a video sent to me a while back, and
Sorry.
I actually just found the video on Dumb West Daily. A man in Florida complaining about how apparently a bunch of hooligans placed some logs on the bike path. Log turns out to be an alligator. I don't know what the guy did. There's no real story other than just a video of this guy apparently dodging an alligator. And you know that he's an older gentleman, you can kind of tell by the voice of he's obviously just complaining about everything, and he's like, damn log in the middle of my bike path, and it's like, whoops, it's a massive alligator.
At least
know
the
how many
alligator doesn't
log-related-
go after him.
He didn't
The
die.
alligator just is chill.
Well, he's
The
on
alligator
a
cares.
bike. I don't think the alligator was. It's all bones and chewy. You're
I'm
right.
just slowly dying in the background. Just
That's normally
doing
me.
your thing.
Okay, who would run around and put logs in the middle of a bike path, though? This guy's acting like it's a crime, and people do it all the time.
You never heard of logging?
No, what the
No.
fuck?
It's
Right next to planking. It's just you're a little more compact, and you burn easier.
I'm amazed you know that.
It's not a real thing.
I don't know. I'm amazed that's a thing.
Jeez. I just want to see this guy like trying to hop an alligator on a bike. Does
It'd be
your
better
video
if he
of
hit
him
an alligator
BMXing down
like,
the side?
He dodges it. He dodges it. Goes like left, and then like throws a few expletives. You know, because he realizes that that's not a log. That
Did it
thing
snap
could
at him at
definitely
all?
eat you. No, he goes around by the tail. He goes on the other side.
Always go by the tail. That's some wise advice.
Yeah, never.
Never the
Wise,
face.
wise man
Always
from a
the
wise,
tail.
wise info from a wise man. Never, ever go for the mouth of an alligator.
Just never go for the mouth in general. Always go for the tail.
All right,
Or the butt.
No, the tail.
Butt plug.
Tail plugs.
all right. So here's
Alligator-shaped butt
So
plug.
tail plugs, no mouth.
Alright, so we're gonna go into this business, right? Or no?
Of tail plugs?
Yeah.
We'll talk later.
Okay.
We might sell them on the website. Tail plugs.
That's our only
That's
merch.
our only merch is tail plugs.
Tail plugs.
all right.
Well,
Making people proud.
there we go.
So in conclusion,
Did you just end it with in conclusion?
don't steal.
That
butt
is the
plugs.
one thing I learned from English 101. Never end anything in conclusion.
Is this
'cause
like,
it
yeah,
makes
I was
you
gonna say,
sound
is this like an eighth?
condescending
Is this like an
asswipe.
8th grade like
No,
essay here?
No, I'm just saying. In conclusion, don't
Say it again.
if you're gonna pay for a goddamn butt plug because you're not gonna end up on the internet that way, and if you do, that was your own fault because you
And if you
signed
want
for
to,
that
if you
porno.
want to, Jesus, if you want to butt plug that bag, fork over the money
Fly Malaysia Airlines.
all the time. It's safe.
Yeah,
Good
it's,
idea.
It's safe. Don't get me wrong. Just don't ever go from like anywhere other than like Asia to Malaysia, because that's where you run into problems.
Like I said, Ireland's a cool place.
Third, never, dear God, never rob a pool in the middle of winter. They lock the cash box, and
The cash box is probably empty.
cash box is probably empty because it's a pool in winter. And remember, logs can be alligators sometimes. So be safe around logs.
So God, can you write a book?
Especially in Illinois.
This is so great.
So the wise words from a wise man.
Oh God.
We're not making this a thing.
Can it be a thing?
No.
Oh no.
Worth a shot.
Anyway, that's been the Several Salty Gentlemen podcast, episode 1.
0.
Zero. Are we doing episode 0?
We can do episode
0.
do episode
0.5.
Like binary starts.
For
off.
future podcasts, we want to hear from you. If you find anyone stupid or full of damassery, is that a word?
Can be
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
You made logging
Please
earlier.
email it to our email at severalsaltygentlemen@gmail.com. That'll be linked in the description of this here podcast. Is there anything else that we have to do?
We have a website.
Yeah, we have
Currently
a website.
being built.
Currently being built. Be
May
ready
not-
soon.
yeah, may not be live.
severalsaltygentlemen.com.
Yep.
We will have a post on there. So if you find any idiots, every single week, Fridays, we'll be recording a podcast. So send them in. Also, send in your readings of Spanish.
Oh yeah. Don't get
50
the
Shades of
Spanish.
Grey. And we'll play them on next week's episode. Shifty Shades of Grey?
There we go.
It's shifty. Anyway, for the podcast, I'm TK Hood.
Evan Wiseman.
I'm Brad Snurka.
And I'm gonna watch this video of Santa Claus pinning the Grinch on a wrestling mat.
So you gotta share that.
Good.
Too salty for my car. Too salty for my car. Too salty by far. And I'm too salty for my hat. Too salty for my hat. Too salty. What do you think about